The Frederick-Firestone Fire District is just north of Denver, Colorado. We've become a central hub between Fort Collins, Boulder, and Denver. And so the industrial, the commercial, and residential growth is exponential. We're seeing, we've seen a 36% increase in our population since the 2020 census. We continue to change our mission as the community continues to change. It's very challenging. However, as long as we keep our culture and our values at the forefront of everything we do, everything falls into place. The history of the department is we've been around for about 49 years. We're going to celebrate our 50th anniversary next year. And it's came all the way up to 1 station and 12 volunteers to now we're just over 90 personnel and getting ready to open Station 5 here in August. What brought our organization to bringing on a behavioral mindset specialist that was embedded actually with our firefighters, what we wanted to see was, if we could save a career, if we could save a marriage, if we could prevent a suicide, we pour into our people so they can pour back into the community. And when we do that day in and day out for our people, then the service metrics just are compounded. Everybody we talk to in the community, it's amazing to see, the feedback we get on the customer service that they receive, the empathy and the compassion and everything else. And that all starts in the firehouse. That all starts here in the organization and our culture. If we don't have that here, then they really don't understand what it is to do it when they serve the customer.
Something that's a little bit different about my role here than other first responder departments that are utilizing behavioral health clinicians to support their members in times of need is that I am here on site building relationships and supporting not only them but their family members in times of successes and in times of struggles. Being embedded with the firefighters and the paramedics, I believe creates a different change and different positive effect to a program like this, because we come in as clinicians sometimes to give advice or to talk about what we know, and that's not helpful with the first responder culture. They want to know you and care about you and believe in who you are and what you stand for. So the embedded factor helps them understand that I'm a human that simply loves them and cares about them. What was interesting about Chief Young and his ability to allow this to happen was his ability to see things as gray. I always say, the way that I practice is I love, that's it. I don't have rules and regulations about the way that I show up for responders. I'm myself and I care about them because they're my family. And Chief Young saw that and was able to say with his vision that he's had for his 5-year plan was that I need somebody like that. So part of this pairing was because of his ability to let me love people and let me care about them. So the embeddedness practice has to be, the person to do that has to be the right person, and they have to be willing to show up with their walls down if they want to see other people bring their walls down as well.
So during my time as mayor, I've seen support from the Frederick-Firestone Fire District throughout the Carbon Valley, but specifically from the town of Frederick in a variety of ways. Most admirably, I think it's from their community engagement and their ability to lean in and listen and be accessible and available to our community in a very proactive and preventative approach. And that's really just training our residents and our guests on how to be safe, how to be a part of the preparation, and then ultimately that our district will be there to support, to aid in disaster relief or any kind of recovery or emergency management that's needed.
As the director of dispatch, I'm able to firsthand see how the Frederick-Firestone Fire District builds strong partnerships. And those partnerships are based on trust and the district keeping their promise. It is those partnerships that build a circle of care for the essential services. And those partnerships, again, are strong. And I know the department does things like outreach for our emergency alerting tools that we use in dispatch. They do education with their citizens and businesses for risk reduction. They attend the National Night Out with their law enforcement partners, and so they really ingrain themselves in that whole circle of care.
We've stepped out of traditional roles in recruitment and retention practices throughout the nation by hiring sole function paramedics. After the pandemic, there was a shortage of fire paramedics across the nation. The local and the district decided to work together. The district and the union have developed a culture and family orientation here at the department by allowing organizational strategic input from the boots on the ground. We have created a sense of ownership in everything we do here, and everybody owns what they do. It starts at the kitchen table where everybody gets to know one another. They hang out outside of shift, they participate in district and local functions, and have truly become a family even outside of the station.
The future of Frederick-Firestone Fire District is exciting, and we want it to be a welcoming place for our current firefighters and our future firefighters. We are going to set up opportunities and pour into our employees continually so they understand that this is the culture that we have here at Frederick-Firestone Fire District. We're going to honor the tried and true traditions. We're also going to honor those that came before us, but we're definitely going to challenge the standards of tomorrow and move forward of taking the organization as we're going to set people up as change agents for our organization in the future for the emergency services industry.